Another Cardano news update for you guys, and this week I have special announcements from Spectrum Finance and their launch on the Cardano blockchain. Also, the team from Tangent Protocol are on to talk a little bit about what they're building as well, and the team from Stargazer also talk about what they're building with their yield aggregator for the Cardano blockchain. All that and a whole lot more news updates coming right up.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast. Gotta get it hype. Crypto is what we like, but this is not investment or financial advice. Gotta do your research, cause it's risky. We know it is. This show is educational and it's informative. Crypto's the future, really, it ain't no debate.
It's awesome to have you guys back on the channel. I'm Peter Bury. If this is your first time here, like, subscribe, notification bell, please always do that on your way in. And our first news update here is around the Cardano Summit and these upcoming events in the Cardano ecosystem. We now have the 20 locations around the world where you can go to some of these satellite community events and be a part of that global event as it is. And the website is all up. You can actually register for your tickets as well. The tickets is quite interesting in that they've teamed up with NMaker and Newcast. I did an interview with Sharan from Newcast. You can see it in the top right hand corner there, where he talks about his virtual ticketing system that they built, and they're using it for the Cardano Summit. That is amazing. That's awesome. Really good to see the foundation reaching out to community projects that are building some of these really cool and amazing things on the blockchain and using existing tech out there to do the ticketing for an event. So registrations are open. You can go in, register for these events, links in the show notes for you guys, or follow me on Twitter and you'll be able to find the retweets and everything else around that. Now, there's some other events that are happening very, very soon. We have Rare Evo coming right up as well. I think it's close to the end of October, 24th of October, somewhere around there. And please check the dates. But I don't have any discount tickets, but there are plenty of discount coupons flying around, and Vi Finance have a code here. You could use the code VYFI10 and you get 10% off your ticket. So if you're thinking about going to this multi-chain event for Rare Evo, highly encourage, might as well get a little bit of a discount. Use some of those discount coupons that are out there. I'm not paid or promoting the event itself. I'm not going, unfortunately, this year, but they have a massive lineup of speakers and it looks pretty good what they're doing as well. Now, on the NFT side of things, we also have NFTxLV. Now, this Vegas one, this is the evolution of CNFTCon. This is a lot of fun. I really did enjoy myself at that particular event. They have 24 hours left, or probably even less now, to grab a discount ticket there. So if you're in that area, Las Vegas, Nevada, you want to go to a really cool event there too, you have an opportunity there to jump on and get your tickets. Last chance to get the discount tickets there. So I absolutely love these Cardano-centric events. Well, Rare Evo is now a multi-chain event, but and so is NFTxLV. They're a multi-platform, multi-chain event as well, but with the Cardano ecosystem at heart. So it's really, they're both really cool events. Highly encourage you guys to get out there. And of course, you also have the Cardano Summit, which has all the satellite events around the world. That's happening in November. I can't remember the date exactly, but I think it's around the 4th of November, if I'm correct. I think the 4th of November is the Saturday, and this starts on the Wednesday or Thursday or something. All right, so some other news updates I have here. Book.io, their ITO, their initial token offering, is happening really, really soon. Now, this is a really important Twitter thread that goes through a couple of the updates around there. I'll put a link to it in the show notes so you guys can follow as well. But originally, the Gutenberg book holders, so that's the very first book that they printed on Cardano blockchain, or minted, I should say. The price of it was going to escalate over that 24 hours, but they've decided not to do that now, especially if they're like minting at 1 a.m. for me. By the time I wake up, the price of it would have escalated. So thankfully they didn't do that. But the OG book holders do get first dibs on the token sale. And then as you go through, there's some more details here and things change as you progress through it. So if you're wanting to be a part of that, check out their whitelisting page on their website. You can get to it from their profile here. You can click on book.io and you can get all the details of what you need to know. Now, Tangent Protocol, I haven't really been following much, so I had to reach out to the team about what they're doing at the moment and some of these really cool updates. So here's a little clip for you to get you up to date.
I just want to give an update to the community about some of the milestones we've accomplished over here at Tangent Protocol. First off, our native asset staking farm has gone live on mainnet, and you can go try it over at app.tangent.art. I'm proud to say that we already have 2 up-and-coming projects, Elevator Labs and C-Piggy Bank Token, who are utilizing the app and have opened staking pools to reward their community members and token holders. Both of these projects are using our single-sided staking pools, and one of the benefits of this is that both of these pools have no impermanent loss, so users can stake assets and not worry about losing any of the underlying value. Secondly, our NFT farm has gone live on mainnet as well. So if you have a Cardano NFT, please go ahead and stake your NFT now. So finally, over the next coming weeks, more and more staking pools will be opening up. And this brings value to the Tangent protocol because all fees generated go to the treasury, which is governed by the Tang holders.
So again, all the links for you guys in the show notes. You can find out more about Tangent Protocol and learn exactly what the team are up to. Now, Spectrum Finance have announced the date that they're going live on the Cardano ecosystem. So there are DEX that originated in the Ergo ecosystem, but now are expanding over to the Cardano blockchain. I have some really cool, interesting updates. And I have the team here with a couple of announcements.
We are finally ready to launch Cardano MM protocol next week. The protocol is a port of a similar Ergo protocol, which is battle tested for almost 2 years already. The protocol is completely open sourced and permissionless. Anyone can become a batcher and earn batching fees for serving the network. Let's now talk a little bit about LBSP, a novel mechanism proposed to achieve token distribution, fundraising, and liquidity bootstrapping goals in Cardano projects. LBSP leverages Cardano's staking mechanism to make liquidity pool a delegator of ADA deposited into it. During Spectrum LBSP event, liquidity providers are rewarded with SPF governance and utility tokens. The LBSP event starts at epoch 426 when the stake pools are launched. The reward accumulation begins from epoch 428 and lasts for a total of 36 epochs, ending at epoch 464. During the event, there are 3 different stages that offer different rewards to participants. The LBSP event aims to distribute SPF tokens and engage Cardano users, while at the same time promoting the upcoming Spectrum Finance Cardano IMM protocol and the Spectrum Network cross-chain messaging protocol. It provides a unique opportunity to become one of the first node operators once Spectrum Network mainnet is launched.
I've also put links to their Medium article about their LBSP, their liquidity bootstrapping stake pool, so you can find out a little bit more information about it. Now, another really cool update is from Twin, and this is their ISPO that they're launching at the moment. So they have a gold rush because their platform is tokenizing gold. Cool name for it, actually. And they are doing their ISPO, and you could possibly get up to 100 million Twix tokens through their platform for staking in their ISPO. So it's a nice amount of tokens there. But now this is an interesting part of it. They do have a gold-backed NFT sale. This is quite interesting. So you have to delegate a minimum of 2,500 ADA for at least 5 epochs to their stake pool. They've got 2 stake pools, a 50-50 and 100% pool one, which takes 100% of your rewards. And being a part of that, you can possibly purchase these particular NFTs. So gold grain NFT backed by 10 grams of LBMA certified gold and so forth. You got the nugget and then you got the bar as well. So maybe I'll get a grain of gold backed NFT. So it's pretty interesting what the team are doing, tokenizing those real world assets and commodities out there, and gold is their first play. Now, if you want to learn more about it, I do have a link to the interview I did there, and you can find out more about exactly how the platform works. Now, Stargazer is a yield aggregator, and I didn't really understand exactly what this is, so I got the team to explain it to me.
So Stargazer will be an all-in-one place for doing yield farming. Yield farming is basically the process of providing liquidity to certain exchanges or lending protocols in order for you to receive a reward token. For you to provide liquidity there. Yield farming right now is a bit of stress and not that easy to navigate, because there are a lot of different exchanges and each exchange has their own reward mechanism, and the token you get there as a reward is also different allocated, and the proportion is different for each project, which makes the space overall a bit hard to navigate. And also it's not that easy to get compound interest, because you have to pay transaction fees each time you want to reinvest something. So there comes Stargazer into play, which allows you to get higher rewards in yield farming through compound interest. For example, we can do a daily reinvest of the rewards and do the transaction only once, but it will reinvest the rewards for all users. So the user then saves transaction fees and also time. And what is unique to Stargazer is that we can reduce the risks of, for example, an exchange getting hacked by diversifying each yield farming strategy. And we build our smart contracts using the newest option toolchain, which allows us to further reduce the transaction fees and increase the overall performance. Also, in the next few weeks, I hope to share our first prototype with you, where you can see our yield aggregator in action.
So if you want to support the work that the team are doing at Stargazer, please reach out to them, follow them on Twitter, and also check out their Catalyst proposal here. They're doing some really interesting and cool work in the Cardano ecosystem. Now, talking about Project Catalyst, Daniel here, who heads up Catalyst at the moment, put out this screenshot in regards to what the Catalyst platform will look like in the future. So this is a bit of a mock-up that the team have been working on, and it looks much nicer than IdeaScale. So this will be the evolution of what IdeaScale is at the moment and where a majority of people will end up. So it's a much smoother, much nicer website. Hopefully the whole submission process is a lot easier and the review process is a lot easier as well. But we will find out more information about all of these improvements and everything that the team have been working on over the last 6 months to make Project Catalyst better and evolve that decentralized governance space on the Cardano ecosystem. Now we are into the reviewer stage at the moment of Project Catalyst. So all those proposals, the 1,500 or so proposals have been submitted and now they're locked into place, and reviews are being done by level 0 and level 1 reviewers. After which the L2, level 2 reviewers, the moderation period will happen between August 10th and August 17th. So this is going to take a while. At the time of recording, it's the 19th of July. So we have a good month or so to wait before all of this reviewing process ends. And it's fairly important that this is done. Now, if you want to learn more about the reviewer process or the levels of reviewers we have here, you can read all about it on this Twitter post. I'll put a link to it down in the show notes for you guys so you can learn a little bit more about how reviewers work within the Project Catalyst ecosystem and what their role is to look through and review all of these Catalyst proposals. There are so many of them this round. Now, this is a really interesting update from the FluidTokens team. They're working really hard. They're releasing one thing after another, and this is FluidShare. So this is one of those ideas and concepts I thought back ages ago. Wouldn't it be cool if you rent out NFTs? That way you could rent out metaverse plots, and I can rent mine out. So you can be a property owner and earn rental income. That is majorly cool. So this is the first decentralized, uncollateralized renting solution on Cardano and beyond. They've got a nice little thread here talking all about their solution and how you could unlock the value of your NFTs and rent them out. That is mind-boggling. I absolutely love that. So here, this is a description of what they've done. We've developed a smart contract solution that allows NFT holders to rent their assets for a fee while preventing the NFT to be transferred, listed, or sold. This has never been done before, and we're so proud. I totally agree. That is a really, really cool concept. I'd love to start playing around with this. I don't know when it'll be ready. FluidShare will be launching this month. Yes, in July. Absolutely amazing. So I will be playing around with that at the next Brisbane Cardano Meetup, we are talking about DeFi plays and how we can take advantage of all these brand new things that are launching on the Cardano blockchain at the moment. Everything from Indigo protocol to all these DeFi and staking protocols that people are taking advantage of to boost their staking rewards well beyond the regular 3.5 staking that you get for staking to a stake pool in the Cardano ecosystem. So we're looking at that. If you're really interested in that, watch out for the links for the next Cardano Brisbane meetup. We'll be live streaming that one. So I'm highly encourage you guys to check that one out. Now, Lenfi put out an announcement saying that everything that they're doing for Lenfi is going to be open source as well. I absolutely love the open source approach for this team. It allows other projects to jump in, inspect their code, validate that it's legitimate, validate that there's no security vulnerabilities, but then also use that code to build their own platforms. And other projects such as Cherry Lend have done this as well. So they've taken the smart contracts, pulled it apart, used it in their own protocol, and then built their own interfaces and connectors to it to build their platform as well. So Lenfi are leading the way with that kind of stuff. Now, there's other projects that do open source their code as well, but definitely Lenfi is one of the leading projects out there. So congratulations for taking the charge there, Lenfi, and making sure all of your code is open source. Now, this is a really cool update from Raul. He's one of the developers on the Fluid Token project, and he put out this thread here that takes you through a trading bot that he built, trading JED and IUSD. So they're two stable coins in the Cardano ecosystem, and he mentions here the ratio is never 1-to-1. So one's always worth a little bit more than what the USD is, or a little bit less, and taking advantage of that price difference between the two tokens, because there isn't enough liquidity, you could trade against them, trade a stable asset, stable-ish asset, and do the arbitrage trades against them, so you can make a tiny little bit of profit every single trade. And he talks through exactly how to do and build a bot to take advantage of this. So I'm pretty excited that he's put that all out. I'm not going to pretend I understand all of it. It's a lot of JavaScript there, but I probably will sit down and try and wrap my head around it and work out if I can actually put something together. So if you make 1 million of profits, buy me a pizza. No pineapple. Can't guarantee you, Raul, if it won't have pineapple or not. You can see from my Twitter profile here, pineapple pizza. Yeah, okay. We'll see about that. Now, this is a really amazing announcement. I think it's Wayne from Starforge, but Wayne is a stake pool operator in the Cardano ecosystem. And the thing that I love about stake pools is that you can run them on really low-powered hardware. So this was my very first stake pool node on the Cardano ecosystem. I can still run it on this if I wanted to, but I've got unreliable internet and unreliable power sources at times. So running the node at home wasn't good because I'm in an apartment and it's really hard to get that reliable source. If I had solar power panels and a backup battery, yeah, sure, I could do it. And if I had a backup internet source, fantastic. But I don't have all of that. But Wayne here is going on the road, and he's put solar powered panels on his RV here, and he's running the node from his RV. This is taking it seriously to the next level. So here's some pictures of his setup. So this is a Starlink satellite panel that sits on top on the inside of the RV. So he's got that continuous internet connection. That's the RV itself. And then this is the backup battery power that he's got. So it's a DC. I can't see the solar power panels up there, but I'm assuming they're up on the top there somewhere. And they're the batteries and the inverter and everything else that he needs to run his node. And just seeing that is absolutely amazing. And he's actually put out another post up here. I saw it a little bit earlier. There we go. There's the solar powered panels at the top. It's a little bit hard to see. They're flat, so a little bit more aerodynamic. And this particular link here takes you off to Pool PM, and it's the block that he minted while being on the road, which is so cool. There it is there. So that's a block that he minted, and just seeing that shows how powerful the Cardano blockchain is. You don't need to rely on cloud infrastructure or expensive cloud infrastructure to do it. You can put it all into an RV and take it on the road. That is real decentralization of a network. Now, this last news update here is around Earth nodes, and there's so much news going on in the world mobile ecosystem itself. They've got a Spectrum license in the United States, which means they can operate in the States now. They can start launching their mobile services in the United States and provide connections out to rural areas for a really cheap and affordable price. Now, in doing that and having that announcement, people have suddenly gotten really excited about World Mobile and becoming a part of their ecosystem. And one part of their ecosystem is becoming an Earth node operator, part of the network that validates all the blockchain transactions that happened on the network. And here, if becoming an Earth node operator, you do need one of these Earth node NFTs. So it's like an identifying thing within the ecosystem. And the floor price of them jumped up to 150,000 ADA for one of these Earth nodes. And that's just a massive jump in price from where it was earlier. So you can look on JPEG Store. This is one of the NFT marketplaces that trades them. And you can see here the price did hover quite a while around the 50,000, 60,000 ADA mark. But on that news and that announcement, you can see here it jumped up to that 150,000 floor, but it's at the last sell price 98,000. So it didn't sell. I don't think it sold for 150,000, but they are selling quite well. So that's it. So that's all the news updates I have for this week. Like always, if you enjoy these news updates, if you find them useful, please give me that thumbs up, click subscribe, click the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast. Gotta get it hype. Crypto is what we like, but this is not investment or financial advice. Gotta do your research, cause it's risky. We know it is. This show is educational and it's informative. Crypto's the future, really, it ain't no debate.